Good day, everyone. We are the student of Dr. Romel Serio under PA 213 Human Behavior in the Organization. My name is Mary Rose Fabulari Bicodo, currently connected at the Department of Agrarian Reform, Sarangani Province as Agrarian Reform Program Technologist. At the same time, a student of Mindanao State University Graduate School with a degree of Master's in Public Administration, together with my partner,
And I am John Ray P. Taraha, also connected at the Department of Agrarian Reform, Sarangani Province as Agrarian Reform Program Officer 2, and also currently enrolled at Mindanao State University with a degree of Master's in Public Administration. And for today, we're going to discuss our case study entitled Sustainable Innovation, Universal Robina Corporation's Initiatives During the COVID-19 Pandemic.
as you can see on the map, it shows that Universal Robina Corporation is not just operating locally, but also abroad. And at the lower portion of the presentation are the subsidiary companies under the Universal Robina Corporation. The following are the background of our case study. Universal Robina Corporation is one of the largest branded consumer food and beverage product companies in the Philippines. The company has a significant and growing presence in the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or the ASEAN, and Oceania markets. It is among the Philippines' pioneers in the industry. It has been operating for over 50 years since Mr. John Gokongwei Jr. established Universal Corn Products Incorporated in 1954, a cornstarch manufacturing plant in Pasig City. Through the years, it has expanded its operation through the following segments: branded consumer food or the BCF products, agro-industrial products or the AIP, commodity food products or the CFP, and corporate business. The branded consumer food unit manufactures and distributes a diverse mix of products, many of which has a dominant market share within their segment. The agro-industrial products segment engage in three divisions, namely hog and poultry farming at its Robina farm location, the manufacture and distribution of animal feeds, glucose and soya products at its Universal Corn Products location, and the production and distribution of animal health products at its Rubicam location. The commodities food product segment operates sugar mills and refineries through its sugar subdivisions, producing tons of bags of refined sugar. With the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, Universal Robina Corporation proved that a company with an excellent sustainability plan can survive a pandemic and be a part in leading the country to be more economic resilient.
Next is the objectives of the study, and we have identified four main objectives. The first one, to discuss and identify the sustainable innovations made by Universal Robina Corporation in the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. These are all based on the company's sustainability plan, annual reports, and press releases. Second, to discuss the priority and the effect of the pandemic in the company. This will provide up-to-date information on how the company operates during a pandemic. Third, to discuss how they manage their employees and how they were able to provide the needs and safety of their employees. This will give us what key strategies the company had prepared and executed in order to sustain, resulting to a strong workforce and maximize new opportunities, resulting to higher profit. And fourth, to evaluate and recapitulate what key strategies the organization can consider moving forward. This will overall provide us a bird's eye view on how a company can recover and move forward during a time of a pandemic.
For the methodology of our case study, the research design implies qualitative descriptive case study through secondary data related to the company forecast and sustainability reports and other related press release. We are dependent on what are the latest news on the internet and other articles related to the case study.
Next is our findings on the study. The 2020 pandemic caused fundamental changes in consumer behavior, confidence, and even relationships. People, scared by the prospect of leaving their homes, quickly found different ways to fulfill their needs. This sudden, accelerated change caused many companies to fall by the wayside. By deploying digital technology, recalibrating its supply chain, and addressing every new challenge with a credible action plan, Universal Robina Corporation was able to prioritize, care for, and meet the shifting lifestyle needs of its consumers, all while fighting the pandemic and moving beyond the boundaries of the moment. While the others navigate the new normal, Universal Robina Corporation charts an extraordinary new path. With this, the company developed an Innovation Process Management or IPM system established in 2018, and it is comprised of four key areas. That will lead us to our first finding. URC's robust four-fold strategy framework served them to counter the effects of the pandemic. With the onset of the pandemic, Universal Robina Corporation was guided with this four-fold strategy framework, namely, products and brands people love, preferred partner of choice, product supply chain transformation, and people and planet-friendly culture. For the first one, products and brands people love, which promotes healthy snacking, introducing Shield Plus and BioSure value-adding variants, supersized family treat, and simple joys at home. The second one is preferred partner of choice, which sets the landscape for more win-win collaborations. This include route to market reinvention and joint business planning. Third is the product supply chain transformation, which Universal Robina Corporation think the need to deliver fresh products in full and on time, day in and day out. This is why Universal Robina Corporation searches for new ways to improve its product supply chain through its supply chain transformation program. And lastly, people and planet-friendly culture. Among Universal Robina Corporation's priorities is covering multiple sustainability dimensions that uphold the welfare of the environment and communities. This is best summed up in their people and planet-friendly culture, where they spearhead programs that ensure they leave a positive impact on the areas which they operate.
Another findings that we have identified is that URC reports higher net income amid pandemic. As you can see in the presentation, based on the 2020 business review, the URC net income increases by 15% during the onset of the pandemic due to the sustainability planning and innovations that the company had promulgated. The next finding is that Universal Robina Corporation adopt the flexible working beyond pandemic through first, health, safety, and welfare of their employees in times of lockdowns and even restrictions set by the national IATF. The operation did not hamper because of their strategies and innovations. Second is training and development. Universal Robina Corporation ensured that all their hired employees are well trained, and every year they have a target number of hours of training for their employees' development. Third, reward and compensation for the employees that will serve as a motivation for every employee to work hard.
The next findings would be URC implementing sustainable innovation through their one URC materiality matrix. As we can see on the chart, this includes four key areas, namely environmental, social, governance, and economic. This helped the company to focus their plans and actions based on these four materiality key areas. For environmental, they focus more on energy, emissions, and renewables, water management, effluents, recycling, and waste management, environmental impacts, and compliance. For social, they focus on human capital management and employee welfare, occupational health and safety, continued stakeholder engagement, and social license to operate. For governance, they focus on sustainability governance, enterprise-wide risk management and business continuity model, ethics and integrity, good governance, and ESG reporting. And for economic, they focus on profit, growth, and returns, supply chain, management, inclusive business, and enhancing livelihood. And lastly, they follow their sustainability plan, which is called the URC Strategy 2030, which focuses on five key areas: people, products, supply chain, economic, and natural resources. For people, which they enhance the lives in the workplace and in the communities. For products, which provide food that is safe, good quality, and fun for everyone. Supply chain, which promote responsible supplier relationships across their business units. Economic, which is to achieve inclusive growth, and natural resources, which is to enhance their approach to responsible resources management. And these are our conclusions for the study, and we have identified four. First, sustainable planning and innovations are the key to fight any adversities. Second, implementing international standards is a key to promulgate trust or confidence, resulting to higher turnout for both the stakeholders and the consumers. Being ISO certified is a big factor in promoting trust, which is a key factor when we do business. Third, promoting product innovation during and after the COVID-19 pandemic ignites premiumization. When we say premiumization, it is to pay for more brands, products, and services. It is a way to achieve growth. One example is when URC innovate a product, making it to be more healthier and good for the body. With this, URC proves that they understand how customers perceive and assign value. And last, URC's 5 pillars of sustainability are working, transforming the company, the people, and the community.
The following recommendations were made based on the findings of the study. First is that we recommend that every company should have their own sustainability plan. Quality products or services should always be attributed to all spectrum of trust. Third, Universal Robina Corporation sustainability plan as well as their annual reports can be referred to by other companies. And lastly, companies should always provide maximum support and development to their workforce.
And before we end our presentation, we would like to share to you a quote from Universal Robina. We will transform with purpose. We will lead through sustainability. And that's it for our presentation. Together with my partner, Mary Rose F. Bicodo, I am John Ray P. Taraha. Thank you so much for listening.